Alright, today I am going to test the theory that lipids such as butter and oil are interchangeable lipids inside of any recipe. It's something we learn about, but just due to the chemical composition of them, I had a little bit of doubt, so I wanted to try it out for myself. So what I did is I found a brownie recipe that called for butter in the recipe. I took that same recipe and added canola oil in its place to sort of get that both sides and sort of see how the recipe turned out. This was kind of a big deal because when you look at the makeup of those lipids, butter is a fat. And its fatty acids have carbon chain tails that are completely saturated with hydrogen. What this means is that the chain stays straight and therefore makes the other fatty acids easier to stack on top. When they're easier to stack on top and stay tighter together, that's what makes butter solid room temperature. When it comes to the canola oil, it has that same makeup of fatty acids with the carbon chain tails. The difference is that they have double bonds in between some of their carbon, which causes the chain to sort of kink and bend and go at different angles. All that does is makes it harder for those fatty acids to sort of stack together and come together to become sort of one product. And that's why the oils are always liquid at room temperature. So what I did is I took the recipe for brownies, which called for 4 tablespoons of cocoa, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and then 1 cup of butter, which on the second batch I obviously switched with the oil. And after cooking them at 30 minutes at 350 degrees, I had 2 different brownies. And here's what we came up with. What you have is the 2 brownies. They look relatively similar. There's definitely a little bit of difference in the size of them. I didn't cut them as well as I wish I would have. But all in all, they did come out very, very similar. There's no noticeable differences, even in taste. They taste very similar. They cooked at a similar time. The different composition and structure of the lipid that I used didn't really have any significant noticeable effect like we were told. Put my mind at ease and made things a little bit easier for me to understand, and it really just showed that even though there is that bend, you can take the healthy alternative like oil and replace it in butter in some of your favorite recipes. Thank you.